Today I'm not in Delft, I'm in Amsterdam. I'm in the Rode Hoed. Here's the Stoos Stampede. And one of the driving forces behind it is Jurgen Appelo. So it's good to talk with him and to find what he's doing at the moment. Okay, Jurgen, we're at the Stoos Stampede. We've talked before, so I'm really curious what keeps you awake at night? What are you busy with at the moment?
Wow, what keeps me awake at night? I would say that is the question: how can we make management more actionable? The new forms of management. There's lots of good management books and sessions available, but the advice is often very abstract. Like I sometimes jokingly say, the advice is like, stand back from the team, and then I say, okay, how many meters? 3 meters, 5 meters? It is not actionable. People still don't know what to do if there are managers or leaders. So what I'm trying to find the answers to these or multiple answers to this simple question, and hoping to turn that into another book.
Okay, because you have the Management 3.0 book, which is selling quite well, but now you're going to build upon that.
Yes, because the first one was sort of my magnum opus. It was getting out everything that I was thinking about, and half of it was theory, half of it was practice. And now people tell me they particularly like the practical stuff, so they want more of it. And I came across many more practical ideas. I'm actually searching for them. I do some company visits here and there. I just been to Norway last week, and I had a great visit to Cisco Norway, Cisco Systems, where they do some very interesting, innovative things, and that inspires me to tell other people about the practical things that others have experimented with elsewhere. So it's basically like sharing the stories. I'm like the global bumblebee that I'm trying to be here.
And you're trying to make that kind of working book then, or something?
Yes. So as a working title, I might call it Management 3.0 Workout or something.
Okay.
Because also I think the metaphor is important, because we often talk about frameworks and methods, etc. in software development, and that gives people the idea that you have a rigid set of practices, that these are the practices that you have to implement, but that's not the case, particularly not with management. They're all suggestions. So my metaphor is with workouts. If you want to have a healthy body, you could do 20 push-ups every morning. Mm-hmm. You could run 10 kilometers each day. You could do many different things to have a healthy body. So I'm trying to give probably 20 or 30 healthy exercises for organizations to change management. And I want to present them as suggestions. You could do this.
But if you do that, then you get into a company and there's the management is doing the workout. So then you get the management fit, but they're only a portion of the company.
Well, actually no, because I think management is a responsibility for everyone. I really like the quote by Seth Godin last year, the famous marketing guru. He said, the marketing is too important to leave to marketers. The whole organization is involved in marketing. And I thought he has a great point. The same applies to management, the same applies to testing. We're all involved in testing our products before we release them to the market. Of course, you have some people who specialize in it, and then we call them testers. But they're not the only ones doing testing, I hope. Right? It's the same with management. If the organization grows bigger, then probably some people will specialize in the job of management. That's not a problem, that's fine. As long as they see it as one specialization, just like all the others, but everyone else is involved in management as well. So I firmly believe that all employees can start doing things in order to improve how an organization is managed. And that's what I want to talk about in the book I'm writing.
And if you move towards self-steering teams, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we're trying, then of course they need to manage themselves. But it's too easy to expect, now you do self-management.
Right, yes.
You have to help them educate, and then a working book could be great help.
Yeah. And it's interesting because there are solutions available to problems that people are elsewhere struggling with. A good one that I find is the bonus problem, for example. How do you share profit with people in an organization? And usually in 1.0 and 2.0 organizations, as I call them, we end up with complicated formulas that managers come up with that include the number of hours you worked, overtime, and your current salary, and your performance appraisals, and all that kind of crap, I would say. And that is an old-fashioned way of distributing a bonus. There's a good intention behind spreading the results or disseminating the results of a business, but you can do it in better ways. And some things that people have come up with is use fake money or candy or whatever, that everyone gets their share, but you have to give it to others. You cannot keep anything yourself, so you get 100 candies, virtual candies, and you have to give them like others, like 10 people to 10 candies to you, 1 to you, 3 to you, etc., etc. So you let the system, the organization, appraise itself. You leave all that evaluation to the wisdom of the crowd, basically, and then some people will end up as the ones who were best appreciated by their colleagues, and some people less appreciated, and then management can say, look, we didn't do that. That's you together who did it, and we will just convert this to a bonus.
Okay, that's
and there's some companies doing it, and they have fantastic results with this, and they do with candy or monopoly money or anything you can do. Use any kind of implementation. So when I share this, because I pick up a story like this in one organization, I share it with other people and they say, wow, this is amazing, I never heard of it. That's what I want to achieve. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time, Jurgen. Thanks for the inspiration.
My pleasure.
You triggered some thinking. I'm going to write about this.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
It's always great talking to Jurgen and to see what he's up to. I mean, he's doing so many things, like a butterfly and causing all kinds of storms. Be it the Agile Lean European Network, be it Stoos, be it all kinds of books. For example, his last book, How to Change the World, describes his approach of making change in organizations. Well, in the discussion with him, he triggered my thinking, and I often come into companies where people think in roles. And we are doing Scrum deployments and they say, well, we have developers, we have testers, we have functional designers, we have project managers. How do they all fit into the teams? And that's because they think in specialisms. And they think that everybody needs a specialism, and that's the only thing they do. Well, I always clarify to them that that's not a role, a developer or tester, it's not a role, it's a competence. So you have the software development competence, or you have a project management competence. But as a human being, the more competences you have, the better you are. So in fact, I say, well, there's in fact on your business card, there's the wrong title. It should be employee. So also in a team, your role in the team is team member and nothing more. And it's okay that you're good at testing and that you're taking the difficult jobs, but you're still a team member and you're trying to win as a team. So I think that's the takeaway of his talk. And then when we go to self-steering teams, then managing is something we all do together. Or just as he says, management or managing is too important to leave it to the management alone.
This video blog is sponsored by Awareness.
And Frans, have you taped it?
Yeah, René, it's a wrap.
And what do you think about it?
Well, it's an interesting topic, but I'm a bit worried that my wife will see the video.
Why?
Well, if she understands what you were telling, then I maybe have a problem.
Why?
Well, then she might think that cooking and cleaning is just too important to do it all by herself.